At the dawn of the 20th century, New York City faced a transportation crisis. Its population was exploding, and its streets were choked with horse-drawn carriages, streetcars and pedestrians. This congestion made travel slow and difficult. The city's growth and prosperity were at stake. A new solution was desperately needed to move people efficiently. City planners and engineers began to look for ways to alleviate the congestion. They considered elevated trains, but those were noisy and unsightly. They thought about widening the streets, but that would have been incredibly expensive and disruptive. Then they looked to London. In 1863, London had opened the world's first underground railway, the Metropolitan Railway. It was a resounding success, proving that an underground system could move large numbers of people quickly and efficiently. New York City officials realized that an underground railway, or subway, could be the answer to their transportation woes. It would be a massive undertaking, requiring extensive tunneling and construction. However, the potential benefits for the city were too great to ignore. London's underground, with its innovative approach to urban transportation, provided a blueprint for New York City. The success of the London system demonstrated the feasibility of underground railways in densely populated areas. It showed how a subway could alleviate surface congestion and revolutionize the city's transportation network. New York City officials studied the London Underground closely, learning from its design and operation. They observed how the system used electric trains to move passengers quickly and quietly underground. They saw the benefits of having multiple lines that connected different parts of the city. Inspired by London's success, New York City embarked on its own ambitious subway project. In 1900, construction began on the first subway line, operated by the Interborough Rapid Transit Company, or IRT. This marked the beginning of a transportation revolution that would shape the future of New York City. The London Underground's influence extended beyond just the technical aspects of subway construction. It also served as a model for how a subway system could transform a city's social and economic landscape. The London Underground had connected previously isolated neighbourhoods, spurred economic growth, and improved the quality of life for millions of Londoners. New York City hoped to achieve the same results with its own subway system. The early 20th century witnessed the birth of the New York City subway system with the emergence of two key players, the Interborough Rapid Transit Company, or IRT, and the Brooklyn Manhattan Transit Corporation, or BMT. These companies, driven by a mix of public and private interests, played a pivotal role in laying the groundwork for the sprawling network that exists today. The IRT, backed by financier August Belmont Jr., opened its first line in 1904. This inaugural line ran from City Hall in Lower Manhattan to 145th Street in Upper Manhattan, marking a turning point in the city's history. The IRT's early success proved the viability of underground transportation in New York City and paved the way for rapid expansion. Meanwhile, the BMT, initially focused on elevated lines in Brooklyn, began expanding its reach into Manhattan. This expansion connected the boroughs more effectively, fostering economic growth and transforming Brooklyn from a predominantly residential area into a thriving hub integrated with Manhattan. The competition between the IRT and BMT, while sometimes fierce, ultimately benefited the city. Each company strived to outdo the other in terms of service, technology, and expansion. This rivalry led to the rapid development of a comprehensive subway network that stretched across Manhattan and into the outer boroughs. The 1930s ushered in a new era of subway expansion with the creation of the Independent Subway System, or IND, spearheaded by Mayor Fiorello LaGuardia. The IND was envisioned as a modern, unified system that would complement and compete with the existing IRT and BMT lines. This new system boasted wider tunnels, longer platforms, and a focus on efficiency. The IND's construction, despite facing challenges during the Great Depression, brought about significant improvements to the city's subway infrastructure. The introduction of new lines, such as the 8th Avenue line and the 6th Avenue line, expanded the subway's reach and provided faster connections. Beyond the IND, the subway faced both trials and triumphs throughout the mid-20th century. During World War II, the system proved its essential role, providing crucial transportation for millions of New Yorkers, including soldiers, factory workers, and everyday citizens. The post-war era saw continued expansion as the city's population shifted outward and the suburbs grew. As the subway system evolved, so too did its challenges. Funding shortages, maintenance backlogs, and the need for modernization became pressing concerns. However, the subway remained the lifeblood of the city, reflecting New York City's resilience and its ability to adapt to changing times.